Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The end of season 3 is now surprisingly only a couple of weeks away. We've only got a few updates left before we are officially in season 4, which, based off of some of the information that the devs have previewed already, is going to be a massive season with a ton of changes when it comes down to it. But obviously, before we get to that point, we've got the end of season 3, and it seems like we've got some very interesting stuff happening, especially to close out this season with potentially a brand new event and some of the usual stuff that we see in the end of a season as well. So today we're breaking down what to expect in the final few weeks of season 3. As we go through it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD, so feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. So first things first, when is the end of season 3 exactly? Well, as of right now, according to all the playlist update previews and also the countdown timer between Vanguard and Warzone, the final day of season 3 appears to be June 22nd. Now, that said, we've seen numerous times over the past couple of years where the end of a season is ultimately pushed back, the start of the new season is delayed for various reasons, so that's always a possibility. But as it stands right now, as I'm recording this, June 22nd, Wednesday, June 22nd is going to be the end of season 3 and the start of season 4. We'll probably see an update go live that morning in Warzone or the day before in Vanguard that ends up adding in all the content for that. And of course, you already know when that time comes, we're going to be covering all the updates, all the changes, everything you got to know about the new season here on the channel, so stick it here for that. Now, before we get into the spicy potential next Warzone events, and honestly what could be some teasers for Verdansk somehow having a role in the general storyline, yes, you heard that right, we do have a few standard things that happen towards the end of every single season, the first of which is XP events and tier sales and what have you. So pretty much in the final few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks of the season, every weekend or so, we usually end up getting some kind of XP event, or in the final week we end up having a very large XP event that features some double rank XP in case you need to maximize your overall rank and get all those exclusive like bonuses for reaching rank 200 or whatever. We also have some double weapon XP. A big one is the double battle pass XP. Oftentimes that'll help players finish out their battle pass for that season just in time for the new one to start. And we also have like the operator and the clan XP going on as well. So we should expect several different XP events towards the end of the season. Like I said, again, at some point in those final few weeks. In between some of those XP events, Call of Duty usually also does like some tier sales where they discount the price of some of the tiers in the battle pass. Personally, I wouldn't suggest buying the tiers because, like I just said, we usually have the double battle pass tier progression event at some point in the final few days, so it sort of goes against one another, buying the points, but you also get double the progression a little bit later. So I wouldn't suggest that, but that is usually a thing as well. Now, of course, another pretty standard thing that happens at the end of every single season is teasers for the new season, so we can expect various forms of season 4 teasers at some point over the course of the next couple of weeks. It's been said that season 4 is going to have some very, very big Caldera changes, so I would not be surprised at all if we started to see some tweets from Call of Duty or Raven sort of teasing that things are going to be happening on Caldera. We might see some profile pictures tease, some images of what's to come, just different stuff like that. We should see our fair share of teasers for both the Vanguard content and the Warzone content, and probably some zombies content as well, because we do actually have some Vanguard zombie stuff finally happening in season 4. So again, pretty standard stuff there. That all leads us to the main point of this video though, the final 2 days of season 3, June 20th to June 22nd. It's going to be very interesting apparently, because we have several teasers for something big happening on Rebirth. So if we go ahead and we take a look at the whole playlist preview for the end of the season, we can see we actually have a dedicated playlist update just for June 20th to June 22nd. Which is interesting because just 4 days earlier on June 16th, we get a standard playlist update because it's a Thursday. So many updates to come in the final 10 days or so of season 3. But on this little mini update from the 20th to the 22nd, you can see we got some playlists going on. But then on Rebirth Island, we have a mode with a squad size, and both just so happen to be redacted and crossed out, and we don't know what those are. Now, we can assume that it's a mode with a dedicated squad size because it's just the format of everything. It says Battle Royale, then it has the little subsection with the arrow, solos, duos, trios, yada, yada, yada. So it's the same format there, so we can expect this is going to be its own unique thing. What might this be though? Well, the information that we have on it is very ambiguous, I guess you could say, right? So this actually stems from the initial season 3 preview blog post for season 3 Reloaded, and there's a big subsection here about Rebirth. I'm gonna read the whole thing because all of it sort of ties into the story here, and I'll talk some on my theories based off the information at hand. But this starts by saying, operators, as noted during our assignment briefing, our goals in the Aral Sea, which is where Rebirth is, were to reinforce the stronghold known to civilians as Rebirth Island. I just said that. As you know, our orders were to construct weapon lockers for boots on the ground defenses, install radar towers for early threat detection, clear the DZ for armored vehicles, and unlock the golden bunkers kept sealed for several decades. So basically all the events from the previous event from last season. Given those parameters, our 60-day assignment could be considered a success. However, we are now aware that at least some of the upgrades to our defenses have been compromised. On redacted, agents, redacted names, informed us of hostile forces hacking into radar towers to perform occupation scans. So that whole event this season is based off of the lore here. Someone is hacking into the Rebirth system and doing the occupation scans. Information on these scans have now been declassified after we confirmed leaks to civilian media to be embargoed for release on the day that this was posted, May 23rd to be exact. Although there are no physical threats detected, we are led to believe that mercenary forces currently stationed at blank or redacted may be contacted shortly to attack our alliance on Rebirth Island. We must move ahead of them and deliver a coordinated first strike at their base before our tactical position in the Aral Sea is lost. Stand by for details on extraction protocols and new assignments. So they're teasing some kind of lore-based event here with something close to Rebirth Island. Now, the only thing that we truly know is close to Rebirth Island is Verdansk. Now, this is simply me just speculating for what it's worth, but with all the redacted information that we have here on redacted agents, redacted, to me, I'm getting like some Shadow Company vibes or something there. And then also mercenary forces currently stationed at redacted may be contacted to attack the island. If someone was attacking the island, they'd probably be on Verdansk for the at least story realistic purposes. If you're going to go somewhere, you'd probably want to be relatively close to where you're trying to go, right? So purely speculation there, but we have heard leaks in the past that Verdansk at some point in time could potentially be coming back either at the very end of this Warzone or at some point in Warzone 2. There was no clear time frame, so maybe this is me just wishfully thinking that this is connected. It could very well be something completely different, but we do know a big event is happening on Rebirth here, and based off of, again, that playlist preview, it appears it's going to be starting right at the very end of Season 3. Then I imagine to start Season 4, not only are we going to see different updates on Caldera, but it'll probably pick up where this story leaves off at the end of the season with whatever the consequences are of whatever ends up happening. Rebirth Island getting attacked, or us trying to extract from Rebirth in some kind of event. We're gonna have to wait and see, but we can confirm a new in-game event, a 2-day event, or I guess maybe potentially a 1.5-day event is coming to end off Season 3. Once we get more official information on that or anything else happening in the final few weeks, I'll be sure to keep you guys covered, so stick it here for that and everything else going on in COD. Make sure you are subscribed with those notifications turned on. And if you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Quick reminder, and as always, if you ever want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. The links for all those can be found down in the description below. But until next time, guys, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you all later. Peace out.